Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see them as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Bell of Rita, I do think that worked. It is Maritza's Heart of Influence. It's Why Wednesday. We have a bunch of, I think, growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous people committed to mastery as we explore the only human attainable superpower. Hello.
Hello. And they definitely are. You know why?
Why?
Because they are from the greatest and best state in our nation,
New
Texas.
Jersey?
No.
Let's go. Yes, you know this, of course. Bell of Rita, who is here?
First up, Sean, from Houston, Texas, healthcare operations executive with 25 plus years leading hospital, clinics, and medical practices from inpatient and emergency to critical access facilities. Expert in full scope operations, including finance, human resources, IT, risk management, surgical services, driving efficiency, and elevating patient care. Certified 6 Sigma Green Belt, 8 a HIPAA professional and leadership consultant, passionate about innovation, community impact, and advancing healthcare systems. Let's welcome to the show, Christine DeYoung.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here.
Hello.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Warm welcome to Maritza's Heart of Influence. And Christine, Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. He's actually a friend of Maritza's and Bella's, that Plato dude. So we kick this game off with a fun fact. It's a headline, not a story. If we drift into story mode, Bella has our Chuck Barris gong show, gong, but I don't think we'll do that today. And it could be a proud moment, adventurous moment, or a surprising moment, or shocking moment, or any moment that will make us say, Christine,
no way.
So Christine, please, what is your headline fun fact?
My headline fun fact. Okay. My headline fun fact is that I have learned to dive and I am a Nitrox certified diver.
Come on, Christine. That's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. And where's your favorite place you've been scuba diving?
Kwajalein, Republic of the Marshall Islands.
Whoa. That's
never even heard of it.
That's like deep South Pacific, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's like for real crazy stuff going on out there. Wow, congratulations. Sharks and all the things, right?
Love the sharks. They're beautiful and they won't bother you if you don't bother them.
Amen. We are on.
He's kind of like a shark.
Yes, I'm 500 plus dives in. Love it. I've been bumped by a shark. My surfboard's been bitten by a shark while I've been on it. Thank God it did not bite me. Yes, I believe that people are friends, not food. And I believe the sharks believe that Almost always. Yes.
Almost always.
So Christine, thank you so much for being here. Belle Rita, we got Christine. She's nitrox certified. She's diving in the Marshall Islands. I was like nuclear bomb tested here a long time ago. White
Whoa.
tip sharks all over the place. So let's go.
That is wild. Welcome, Christine, to the Heart of Influence. And also coming from Houston, Texas, healthcare strategist and operator, 25 plus years of experience, currently president and chief operating officer of healthcare technology company, delivering real-time documentation, audit support, and analytics, serves as a fractional COO and CFO, guiding organizations through mergers, revenue growth, service launches, and company exits. Harvard-trained strategist and fellow of the American College of Healthcare Executives, combining clinical insight, financial expertise, and technology to drive transformation and excellence. Let's welcome Michael Liu.
Michael, warm welcome to Maurice's Heart of Influence. Please, your headline fun fact.
My fun fact is that I am a acclaimed classical musician and I'm married to an opera singer.
Wow. And what's your instrument of choice or instruments?
I'm a clarinetist.
Nice. A clarinetist. I am none of the above. I have no musical talent. I'm very impressed, Michael. That is awesome. And opera is in the building. I'm going to go with my opera fun fact later. Don't forget. Belle Rita, let's rock and roll.
Opera fun facts are coming next from Sugar Land, Texas. Healthcare leader with over a decade of experience in emergency medicine, radiology, and operations, currently pursuing a master's degree in health administration, business, and public health with training in artificial intelligence in healthcare, combines patient-centered care, public health insight, and innovation supported by public health certification and leadership experience, skilled in improving workflows, advancing equity, and using data and technology to create solutions that strengthen outcomes for patients and communities. Let's welcome Fawad Ahmed.
Thank you.
And it's Fawad?
Yes.
Yeah, Fawad, warm welcome to Maurice's Heart of Influence. And please, Fawad, what is your headline fun fact?
Well, it will be a little bit different kind of, because it was very long time ago. I was actually providing some emergency medical care to the natural disaster people. And basically, that is where I was kind of shocked with other people that when they lose everything in the flood or hurricane or anything, the first thing they were asking was about the medication instead of food or water. So basically, that actually shocked me on how the healthcare is, devised, the whole thing.
Awesome. Well, Fawad, it is shocking. It is disruptive. It is all the things. And we appreciate you being here today, Fawad. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fawad. Next up from Houston, Texas, physician, consultant, and medical executive with deep expertise in wound care, rehabilitation, injury prevention, and wellness, partnering with organizations to improve outcomes through education, leadership, and strategy, experience across medical directorship, occupational health, and international health management, also serving a trusted consultant, presenter, and expert witness in wound care, recognized for simplifying complex concepts and energizing teams, bringing a blend of clinical elegance, excellence, business expertise, and passion for advancing patient-centered care. Let's welcome Shannon Mitchell.
Warm welcome on this Why Wednesday to Maurice's Heart of Influence. And please, your headline fun fact.
First of all, thank you, Maritza, for inviting me, and I hope I can live up to that wonderful introduction. My fun fact is I've had so many jobs to get through medical school that one of the jobs I like to mention that actually I think helped me match in general surgery was I got impaled on a sword 5 times a day at an amusement park as one of my jobs. So I feel like that helped qualify me to be a surgeon.
That is an amazing fun fact, Shannon. We've had 8,000 people who've been on the show, literally, as guests, like yourselves, like 6 guests today, 8,000. That is definitely a top 10 all-time fun fact. including your masterful delivery.
Yes.
So warm welcome,
Thank
Shannon.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome, Shannon. Welcome to the Heart of Influence. And next from Tomball, Texas, healthcare executive consultant with 40+ years of experience leading operations, redesigning financial systems, and driving turnaround strategies for hospitals, healthcare systems, and physician practices, trusted in intern senior leadership roles, guiding organizations through financial and operational challenges while improving patient access, cash flow, and sustainability. Experts in practice mergers, physician recruitment and retention, and staff development, partnering with leaders and investors to transform operations into efficient, value-driven organizations. Let's welcome Sam Eddy.
Sam, please.
Thank you.
Have fun fact.
Yeah, my fun fact would be kind of a long time ago, a couple decisions. My original goal at 18 was to make the United States national ski team. I grew up in Boulder, Colorado.
Oh.
I missed that goal. And so the next thing that which naturally flows out of that was to be a rock star. So I became a professional musician. And that funded my my college and several other things along the way. So I guess you're always still a professional musician. I still play around Texas. So.
Oh, good for you, dude. I love it. Mastery is present in the building with Sam. I'm clear. So thank you, brother, for being here. And are you ready to have a little bit of fun today? Maybe not as much as like ripping down a double black diamond in Aspen, or perhaps ripping it open on the stage in a rock concert, but a little bit of fun. Cool with that, Sam?
All good.
Let's go. Rolling in from Humble, Texas, physician, attorney, and healthcare executive with deep expertise at the crossroads of medicine, business, and law. National Medical Director and Chief Medical Officer, advancing wound care through AI integration, data-driven decisions, and innovative biological therapies. Accomplished educator and medical legal expert with a creative edge and a lifelong jazz and classical saxophonist. There's like a theme with this crew.
Yes.
Let's welcome Owen Ellington.
Owen, warm welcome to Maritza's Heart of Influence. And please, Owen, your headline fun fact.
And just unmute for us, Owen.
That mute button can be.
How's that?
There we go.
Fun fact, I have survived being a physician for 50 years.
Wow.
So in addition to that, it looks like I have a number of colleague physicians here today. I'm also a classically trained alto saxophonist.
Wow.
And played for since I was in high school, actually, and found that a mixture of my professional experience as far as a physician and my ability to play music. When I was in practice in Oakland, California, many years ago, I had a piano in my waiting room, and every Friday night we'd have a jazz jam.
Awesome.
Jazz jams are happening.
Jazz jams. And Owen, who's your favorite saxophone player of all time?
What the favorite?
Your favorite, yes.
Yeah, Paul Desmond.
Right, Paul Desmond, ripping it open.
That was a test, though, when he was going to see if you were going to say his favorite.
No.
But if you were from New Jersey, you might have said somebody different.
Yeah, no, huge Clarence, and God rest his soul. Yes.
No, Paul Desmond was he is sine qua non, the best improvisationist that I've ever heard. You know, Charlie Parker plays hard, but Paul Desmond, West Coast Jazz, he was IT.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
And Sean,
Yes.
there is an extraordinary woman that brought all of these amazing people here today, that caused them to be here
I've
today.
heard of this woman.
You've heard of her.
Yes.
So she's also from Houston, Texas, brings 28 years of global leadership at a Fortune 100 company into her work as an executive coach and HR transformation strategist, fusing operational excellence with emotional intelligence. Founder of a purpose-centered coaching firm that guides leaders to align their value with vision, unlocking authentic performance, growth, and lasting influence, empowers physicians to recover lost revenue and reclaim vital time so they can focus on healing while restoring their financial health and professional freedom. Let's welcome Maritza Alicia.
Maritza, first of all, warm welcome to your Heart of Influence. Massive acknowledgement for you assembling these folks, creating value. If you put people together, it is an extraordinary undertaking. And to do that, and people have the value of connecting with each other and making magical things happen in the world, you've provided that, Maritza. Thank you on behalf of everybody for that. So Maritza, please, though, your headline fun fact.
My fun fact today is gonna go also to scuba diving. The first time that I actually trained for scuba diving was in Guam, and that was my first dive, all the way in the middle of the ocean.
Wow, in Guam, like I never knew that, Maritza. We never spoken about that. That is a tremendous fun fact of yours. And Maritza, shall we do the things?
Yes, let's start.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce the woman who's been doing the introducing. She began her career in influence as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, she was a 7-figure business generator in, hold it, wait, no way, network marketing? Teenager? 7 figures network marketing? Never heard that before, except right here. 24, 25, 26 years old. She's three-peating like Michael Jordan, except not in hoops, but instead in business brokerage. Male-dominated industry. She's the first woman ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker. Then she did it 3 straight times. And in fact, at 24 years old, in her first run, she beat all the dudes forever as the youngest person, male or female, ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker, let alone, again, 3 straight times. She then started training the big gals, big guys at Fortune 500 companies and entrepreneurs as well. In fact, in 2019, every sales team this woman worked with doubled their sales. And she's a skier, surfer, scuba diver in the most extreme of conditions. Maybe she learned it from a blind man. Maybe from YouTube. Today, I'm kind of feeling blind, man. We'll see about tomorrow. She's also a philanthropist that has raised $10 million with the Unblinded team for charity in the past 2 years alone. And in 2023, this 2-time, about to be 3-time published author, publicly battled and defeated cancer, coming up on her 2-year cancer-free birthday in just about a week. Let's welcome to Maritza's Heart of Influence, the woman that in her 1800th episode, 1800, this woman, yes, put the heart in the heart of influence, the one, the only, Bella. That's my operatic voice.
That's your operatic voice. I wanted to go with a musical fun fact, but I don't really have one. I could go with the fun fact that I've dove over 50 times with a blind dude. Hit that. However, I'm going to go with the fun fact today that although I don't play in any music bands, I do play a character in the Unblinded movement. And right as the intro video was being played, my co-leaders in Unblinded told me, oh, we're going to record videos, and can you learn your lines while you're doing the Heart of Influence? I was like,
I did not say that.
Because they're going to start filming right when you get done. So can you learn your lines in the next hour while you're doing the show? I was like, yes, I will. In between bios, I'll practice lines. I don't know how that's going to work, but that's what it's like being a character in the Unblinded circus.
Yes, it is a 3-ring circus to be sure. So thank you for that, Bella Rita, and let's go do the things.
Do the things, but I'm going to introduce to you the master of the 3-ring circus.
That's true.
The man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Beck Heat at body surfing competitions. He's only one of 2 attorneys that win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 19 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages of Fortune 10 companies to Fortune 500 companies, he is an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million in 2 years for charities. Let me welcome my co-host, the master ringleader, Sean Callagy.
Appreciate that very much. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Maritza, and everybody for being here. Warm welcome. I'm going to go with 3 really quick fun facts. The first is that I too had the loss of a dream career as a professional baseball player. I went to Columbia University. I was the Ivy League runner-up for Rookie of the Year, 4-year Division I starter, and my retinitis pigmentosa took away my getting drafted. During that, the career, I was captain of the Columbia baseball team my senior year. Second, opera. I went to opera and I was sitting with 2 of my children, and my son Tyler, who's just graduated from law school, and my daughter Emma, who is a theater major, just graduated as well. And I said at one point, I said, wow, it's really difficult being blind and listen to this opera in another language in German. And my son Tyler said, Dad, they're speaking English. That is my second fun fact. And my third fun fact is that we have collected $50 million $50 million in July. I'm going to be over 50 million in August in underpayments for medical providers. So we'll be at close to $700 million this year is our projection for what we'll collect just in this year alone at Calgary Recovery for underpaid medical providers. A couple quick fun facts on my part. And yes, I thought that Animal Farm in Austria in the opera was in German and it was in English. Yes. Who's going first, Bella?
That is hysterical. Let's pick it up with Christine.
So Christine, I am uncultured, but I do my best. Yes, I'm a good surfer though, and I'm blind. So Christine, what we're doing here, having a little bit of fun, is everything in the world happens after yes. Fun introductions, but we're dealing with serious business. The creation of the United States of America, the building of the NFL and Disney, Oprah Winfrey, Microsoft, Amazon, all are on the other side of yes or not. And so is each and every one of our collective lives. It's on the other side of what yeses we do and do not cause. But we're not talking pitching, hooking, closing, yuck. We're talking about when heart-centered, sophisticated people come together, and yeses should happen individually or enterprise levels. This is what makes everything happen. So Christine, to illustrate this, Bella's going to be anybody you'd like her to be. She could be an ideal client or patient. Heck, she could be a charitable fundraising partner or somebody famous like Oprah Winfrey, Warren Buffett, anyone, Christine, that you want her to be, that you'd want to go from hello to yes with. Footnote, it doesn't have to be a sale or a final yes. It could just be a yes, Christine, to a longer conversation like, hey, would you like to go diving with sharks in cages? That could be yes, whatever it would be. And again, it could be just a yes for a longer conversation since we only have 3 minutes. So Christine, who would you like Bella to be?
I'd like Bella to be one of my colleagues. And I think I'd like to invite her to chat with me for a moment.
Cool. And she is a co-worker. Like, what would her title or function be?
She's a co-worker. She's a co-worker, another manager in the organization that I'm working in. And her work helps to support the work that I do. And it also helps to support the work that the entire organization does.
Amazing.
All right.
Bella, take us in.
Hello, this is Bella. Or
Hi, Bella.
It's Bella.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, Christine. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. How's the family?
They're really good. Thank you so much for asking. Appreciate that. They're doing really good. It's been a great summer.
Children?
Yeah.
Did they have a good summer?
They did have a great summer, and definitely ready for them to go back to school.
Have they had their first day yet?
They did. They had their first day just this past week, and both of them, obviously are in new grades and really enjoying. I think they're gonna have a good year, like their teachers.
Oh, cool. Where are the pictures? I want to see them.
We did post them on Facebook, and I left my phone in the office, but I'll definitely make sure you see them.
Okay. All right. You'll have to show them to me later.
Yeah. What can I do for you, though? I have a couple minutes before I got to run out and actually pick them up.
Well, I was wondering if we could maybe talk about the schedule.
Okay.
So I know that you do the schedule for your team.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I was trying to do is see if I could figure out or talk to you about how you handle developing that schedule and
Okay.
how it relates to the tasks that your team execute on a daily basis.
So are you asking like how I do the schedule based on their team, or is there something specific you like want to know? Do you need help with your scheduling? Like what is it? What is the concern?
Okay, so I got to get into the weeds. Well, I'm thinking I want to understand, so I'm visual, and when I look at your schedule, I'm not quite sure who's responsible for what. And I wanted to talk to you to see if maybe we could work together on streamlining it and making it easier to understand.
Got it. And so I'm guessing my schedule affects you in some way. And you're looking to see how we can work together, because somehow how I'm scheduling is affecting you or your work or your team in some way.
Yeah, kind of. I think the end game that I'm looking for is something that allows me to take a quick glance at it and know who's responsible for what, when.
Okay. Well, I think I gotta run because I gotta run and pick up the kids. But I definitely think we gotta sit down. I need to understand a little bit more because I'm not quite sure where we're going with this, how it affects you, what the overall outcome is. But I do understand it's something important to you. So how about how about you come into the office tomorrow morning and we'll sit down and have more of a lengthy conversation so I can understand.
Sure. Is there anything else that I could do to help make this easier for you to understand? I mean, I'm happy to schedule some time to meet, but what else can I do to make it easier and clearer? I want to make sure that I'm as clear as can be and as prepared as I possibly can be, so that when we do meet and we do talk, it's easy for both of us.
Yeah, I think it's just understanding why it matters to you, and if there's changes that you need me to make to my schedule and how I'm doing it, I need to understand why it matters to you, because it's worked so far for so many years, and if I'm being asked to change something, I want to understand why.
Okay. So you're okay with talking about this?
Yeah. Let's have that conversation tomorrow. I got to run right now, but I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good evening.
You too. Great job, Christine. We'll get to the feedbackers in just a moment. And let's go, Michael. Michael, who would you like for me to be?
I'd like for you to be a mom. So in real life, I am a tennis coach. And so I would like for you to be a mom of one of my tennis athletes with a problem that you're coming with. For scheduling purposes, we have practices Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays for varsity tennis. And, it just conflicts with, it conflicts with your lifestyle.
Okay, awesome. Got it. Hi, Coach, it's Bella. What can I do for you?
Well, you sent in a scheduling request, and look, we've got our set times. We've been practicing at these times between 8 and 10 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we practice from 7 to 10 on Saturdays. So if your son cannot make this commitment and make this schedule, I'm afraid I'm either going to have to not play him, or I'm going to have to drop him off the team completely. Is there any way we can work out carpool? Is there any way we could do something else so that he can be part of all of the practices?
Well, thank you so much for the call and your concern. And, we definitely have some family conflicts that have arose for sure. And, maybe carpool could be something that could work. I'm not 100% sure if that would work, but, do you know other parents that are in our area that maybe, might be willing to, and this is, would be a regular a regular thing where they'd have to, you know, come pick him up and he would have to ride with them, you know, all the time just because of my
Yeah.
work schedule.
So there are two options I can offer. So, you know, we cannot ever leave a student by themselves after practice, right? So I'm willing to stay. I've got about a 1 hour flex capacity after each of the practices to stay after. I'm often staying after, you know, just to help kids out with forehands, backhands, serves, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I think there's totally an ability to get on a group email or a group chat thread with all of the other parents and try to make this happen.
Yeah, I mean, I know he really wants to play. He is a little bit reluctant in traveling, being in the car with other people. So it's got some anxiety around that. So let me have a conversation with him and see what we could cause.
I will say this. He works really hard. He had a great tryout. I've got him listed as number 5 right now on the ladder. I want you to encourage him that this is going to grow him. Being with other people is going to increase decrease his social anxiety and increase his skills. And more than anything, he's got some skill sets, mostly with speed and hard work. He was sweating up a storm during tryouts, and I just loved his effort. That is something I want on the team. I think other people on the team that are even better than him can totally benefit from where he comes from. I would love for him to be part of our group.
Okay, I will definitely have that conversation because it sounds super important. Thank you for caring so much about my son and you know, wanting to have him part of the team. And let me have a conversation and I'll circle back around.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Great job, Michael and Christine. And now we get to the judges, otherwise known as feedbackers. It's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for Christine, 30 seconds of feedback for Michael, or it's going to be one or the other. Something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like, what is one word on how they left you feeling? So 30 seconds they did great, 30 seconds they could do to improve, and one word they left you feeling. And let's start with Fawad. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Christine, please? I'll just unmute for us.
Oh, yes, of course. I really appreciate the way she was calm and thoughtful through the speech. And she was very curious about, you know, trying to care and trying to, you know, understand the schedule issue without making it confrontational, because she was focusing more on collaboration, which is kind of a very strong leadership trait. And for next time, I think maybe, you know, she can ask the conversation right away instead of, you know, she was trying to build a little bit more ground on the background. But overall, she was very great, her presence, and she was very, you know, kind of very strong listening to whatever you were saying to her.
And so, Fawad, what is the one word on how Christine left you feeling?
I will say the one word will be she was very collaborative.
Collaborative. Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you, Fawad. Let's go, Sam. Sam, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Michael, please?
Sure. Michael, you're a really nice coach, much nicer than any of my coaches ever were. I will say that much. There was some of that. I think one of the things that is difficult to do is in that scenario is trying to solve a problem within 3 minutes. I think framing the need to talk through it is probably something I would do a little bit quicker, just from the standpoint that normally when one is going into a sports scenario, everyone pretty much knows what the scenario is going into it. So when that's kind of happening, you know, it's probably time to say, hey, can we get together and talk about what's delaying some of this a little bit, or causing this problem for us.
And
Obviously, we try.
incredible feedback, Sam. And Sam, what's one word on how Michael left you feeling?
I would say if I were a coach, I'd be frustrated. And if I were the parent in that scenario, I would probably be feeling a little frustrated as well. Not because of any comments that were made, but because of the situation.
Yeah.
That both are in.
But what's the feeling that like Michael and how he was doing? What's the feeling that he left you feeling? What would be that word?
Oh, I think there was some pretty clear communication. So I'd say that, it's actually two words: clear communication.
We'll let it fly. So clear communication. Thank you so much for that, Sam. Thank you so much for your feedback. Beautiful. And let's go, Shannon. Shannon, how about your 30 seconds? If you could unmute for us, please. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Christine?
Hi. So I thought she did a really good job of of being professional and self-assured with that. She identified something that she wanted to change. And I think I would also agree that there was a little bit too much of the asking personal questions before she got into what she wanted to talk about. Because while it's nice, if I were the person receiving that feedback, unless she was someone I talked to about personal stuff all the time, I'd feel like, well, she really wants something and it must be big. The longer she talks, the bigger it's going to be. So I was kind of feeling myself go, whoa, what's coming here? So that would be my one feedback. But
that
overall,
was really great feedback, Shannon. What's your one word of how Christine left you feeling?
Very self-assured. Which I thought was great. Yeah.
Beautiful. Love it. Let's go, Owen. Owen, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Michael, please, if you could unmute. There you go.
Well, I thought, he was very definitive in his presentation. I think his requirements as coach, were something that I think we all would like to have, definitive statements to exactly what his requirements are. I think if I have one word to say with regards to the presentation, and his position statement is that he was very perfunctory in terms of his status and stance in terms of his request. So that's the one thing I can say.
Love that, Owen. Fantastic feedback. And let's go, Maritza. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for Christine, please?
I love how Christine was building rapport and showing care for you, so she understands what's going on. What I will probably consider for the future is having a statement that is already having a clear ask, so the conversation can become more effective, considering that there was just 2 minutes to ask for that. So you have some time to think about how to go about it the next day.
And your one word, Maritza?
Caring and thoughtful.
Caring and thoughtful. So thank you, Maritza. And Maritza, as you well know, this is the time in the show that we get to put my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about, because I've been cooking them up as the show has been going on. And Maritza, you get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. You can change anything about these scenarios, or you can come up with a scenario on your own. Maritza, are you ready to hear what I have for today?
I am ready.
All right. So option number one is, since we've had a lot of like scheduling things happening today, option number one is you're going to go, Sean can role play the role play Christine, and Christine could role play the coworker that Sean would go from hello to yes with, to sit down and have a meeting about the schedule. We want to know a little bit of back information, but that's one if you choose. Option number two is I thought Sean could role play the mom, convincing the son that, let's work through some anxiety issues. Let's get you playing on the team, and let's work out anything that we can with rides with other folks to be able to get you to play on the tennis team. So that is option number 2. And then, Maritza, I thought option number 3 is there is a huge classical concert that is happening here in New Jersey with the New Jersey Symphony Orchestra. And the CEO of that is Terry Lofkiss. And I thought Sean could go from hello to yes with Terry to have all of our musicians today in the Heart of Influence play in that concert for a donation for his favorite charity. So those are 3 options that I have for you today, Maritza. Any of those tickle your fancy, or do you have something much harder you would like to see Sean do?
Scenario number 3 sounds pretty good. And since we have a musician that has said, or 2 musicians, Sam, would you like to play?
Sam, are you up for playing Terry?
Playing who?
Terry is he is the president and CEO of the New Jersey Symphony.
Sure.
All
and
right.
What am I selling? I didn't quite. Who's selling me? I guess in that way.
So Sean is gonna role play. We're gonna go with Maritza, and Maritza just had these 3 musicians on her Heart of Influence, and now she wants to go from hello to yes with Terry to have them all play in the symphony for a donation to his favorite charity.
Okay.
Got it.
So I am playing Maritza, and I'm going hello to yes with I'll go Terry Jones, like Mr. Jones, for this donation. Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we
Sounds
go.
good.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, is Mr. Jones available?
This is E. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Mr. Jones. Thank you. It's Maritza. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
It sure is.
Yeah. So, Mr. Jones, as head of New Jersey Symphony, I know all kinds of crazy ideas come your way. I'm super grateful for your time. I know how busy you are. Can I ask you what even prompted you, though? And I will keep us to our 3 minutes. What prompted you to even accept this conversation with me in the first place? I'm very grateful. But what was the why behind it for you?
I'm always interested in fundraising, and I think it goes both ways, so that we can raise the image and awareness of the arts in New Jersey, particularly our organization, and to help out greater local
Amazing. Well, thank you for that, Mr. Jones.
understanding and how
Mr.
we can work
Jones-
together on that, as well as raise funds.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And what's the ultimate why, though, behind New Jersey Symphony? If you have it all your way, your vision for the organization as its leader and the organization's vision for itself, what would happen overall for New Jersey Symphony over the next 5-10 years?
Well, it's time to start growing the awareness, particularly looking to expand music education, starting for across a broader set of schools, starting earlier, providing both education, instruction, instruments, all the things that we can do to help build the awareness, as the arts, in particular music, being a performance art, helps people in all kinds of life, not just simply in music, but it can expand and help their skills all over through life, with children in particular.
Well, yeah, thank you for that. So from that place then, Mr. Jones, can I share a couple of things that may or may not resonate with your vision for impacting children, spreading awareness? May I do that now?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. So again, my name is Maritza, and I have a colleague, this gentleman, Sean Callaghy. He's become a person of meaningful influence. He's actually blind, but he is a prolific fundraiser, and he is the creator, the orchestrator, if you will, of a concept called sustainable giving. It creates efficiencies, not asking people to just donate because it's a good cause, but what he's very present to is how to create large-scale ecosystem merging and partnership in great causes. And he happens to live in the great state of New Jersey. So all I'm simply proposing to you, Mr. Jones, is that we have a 30-minute follow-up conversation where we could blueprint a plan that we believe could multiply in 1 year by 5x the fundraising outcomes for the New Jersey Symphony, and we would do it for no fee whatsoever. But it wouldn't be only a simple contribution. There'd be mechanisms where our identities get raised, the symphonies get raised, and we could do some really powerful things. I have a bunch of colleagues that are also musicians, and I have a real blueprint that I think would be jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring, and shocking. So how would it resonate for you, Mr. Jones, or not, since we're at time, to have a 30-minute follow-up conversation where we could talk about how to integrously, ethically, morally, but shockingly, 5x the amount of money that the New Jersey Symphony raises over the next year, and prolifically increase the awareness in the state for music and educate children, etc. So what say you, please, Mr. Jones?
Well, it certainly is an organization that depends on up to 70% of its annual budget coming from contributions of various kinds. We're always interested in that, particularly in the sense that there's some board members that we would also want to have and participate with you as well.
Sure. So, so shall I set that up with your assistant, Tom, that set up our meeting for today?
Please do. I think that'd be a good idea.
All right, Mr. Jones, have a blessed day. Thank you for all the good you do for the children and people of New Jersey, and we'll speak soon. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. All righty. Bella Verita, yes, we had a beautiful conversation. How'd I do, by the way? As Maritza having that conversation with the head of the New Jersey Symphony, your thoughts, please.
Oh, no, I think yeah. Did you ask me? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Sam. Yes. Yep.
Oh.
Really did a wonderful job, by the way, as the head of the symphony and overall here today. And so thank you.
No, I think that's the the conversation went as I would anticipate anything like that. I think the hardest part is actually getting to have that conversation, not having that conversation. If anyone has ever worked with, I mean, I live in Houston, as most of us on the phone do. Someone, it's, I have Dan Wilford on my phone. For years, trying to get into Dan was a very difficult thing to do. It was not having a conversation with them. The conversations were always good, but getting to have the conversation, period, was the difficult part.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And how was your time overall, Sam, on Maritza's Heart of Influence? How was your time here today?
Good.
Thank you for that. Great job, Sam. Please, let's get some feedback from the folks.
Thank you. Sam, let's kick it off with Fawad, who actually kicked us off in the judge's seat. Excellent job in giving feedback. And Fawad, how was your time today on Maritza's Heart of Influence?
I would say it was one of the greatest experience, that's what, to learn about everything and, to see how different people go around different works. So that was one of the greatest things I had it.
Fawad, thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Heart touching for sure. Appreciate you being here today.
No, thank you. And let's go to the woman who kicked us off in the participant seat, which is not always easy either. Christine, fantastic job. Hopefully you took away some great feedback. And how was your time today on Maritza's Heart of Influence? If you just want to unmute for us.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. I think this has been a great experience, learning experience. It's always good to get feedback on how you appear to others. When you hear from people who can give you critical feedback, you'll learn from that. And it's important to get open and honest feedback from people you don't know, because they're going to tell you the truth. Yeah. And I think that is probably the thing that I appreciate the most about this. I also appreciate the fact that you all have put this together. I think is a great opportunity for us to practice our skills and grow. So I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Christine, thank you. And deeply moved, Marshall Islands, that's big time diving, nitride certification. Great job. Thank you for that, Christine, and for being here today.
Thank you.
Look up some Marshall Islands. Thanks to you. Let's go, Michael, also in the participant seat. Great job with the role play as a tennis coach. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was good. I think we all, we get locked into our relationships, our conversations, the inputs that we get. So I mirror what Christine said. It's good to get honest, constructive feedback from other people. It's also good to be put in situations we're not normally in. You know, we often preach to our employees and our people about being prepared for every situation. And unless you yourself as a leader, unless you're in a situation where you're trying something new, you're expanding your horizons, you're challenging yourself, right? You can't grow, right? So I appreciate, you know, just this role play and forcing us to think differently about, you know, different scenarios.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Michael. Appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, we are very clear that the ability to cause yes with human beings, whether in management, leadership, recruitment, fundraising, philanthropically, or for profit, certainly selling and marketing, it causes everything. So thanks for seeing it, participating, and joining the fun little research and development laboratory of the Heart of Influence. Great job today, Michael, and thank you.
Cool. Let's go to the man who has been a physician longer than I have been alive. Owen, phenomenal job today on the Heart of Influence. And how was your time with us today?
Well, I'm glad I've been around that long, but I want to thank Maritza for the invitation. Certainly, it was very nice to meet colleagues and others who have common interests, particularly musical interest. That's a fascinating skill for anyone who has not been a musician to have that opportunity to appreciate music and what it provides in life. I think overall, this role playing is part and parcel of what we all do every day. We're all role playing in many respects, whether or not we want to accept that or not. So I thought it was resourceful to be able to have this interaction and communications with everybody. Again, thank you.
No, thank you, Owen. Well said for sure.
It's beautiful. And that brings us last but not least, Shannon, before we get to our co-producer. Shannon also doing beautiful things in the healthcare space. Thank you for being with us here today on Maritza's Heart of Influence. And how was your time with us here today?
I really enjoyed it. Selling things is a challenge for me. I mean, I can talk all day about something I believe in or have knowledge of, but when it comes to just trying to sell myself or something else, I struggle. So I think this was really valuable for me. I appreciate it.
Shannon, thank you. Appreciate you at the highest levels and certainly appreciate your fun fact today. Great job.
Thanks.
So thank you. Yes, Bella Rita. I think Bella sometimes would like me to fall on many swords each day. So that brings us to the woman.
Not every day,
Every-
but maybe most days.
Yes, that's true. So Maritza put this all together, brought value for people. Please connect with each other for sure. And Maritza, your final as the growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous, committed to mastery human being that you are. Please.
I just have an immense gratitude for all of us to be here, to have this moment and to get to know each other a little bit more. I really encourage, like Sean is saying, let's connect. I will be sending the information so you can actually have that. And immense gratitude also to Bella and to Sean to be here and to help co-create this space for all of us. So thank you, and let's connect because it's important to continue our conversations. We never know what's going to be at the end of that conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Maritza. Wonderful job. Bella, thank you for all that you do. And your final.
I'm going to go final. Maritza, fantastic job. Takes a lot of energy and effort to bring such an astute group together, such as yourself. And she does it with heart and intention so that you can meet each other. So definitely connect with each other. We have some gifts for you in the chat on how to maximize the relationships together, maximize your money, time, and magic. So definitely check those out. There are gifts to you. And Sean, back to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Our gifts, an actualized intelligence session with one of our team members. If it doesn't blow your mind, I'll give $1,000 to your favorite charity. There's no way it won't. And I trust your integrity on that. And it's not like a timeshare sale. It is a value for you, but I want you to realize that taking that is a risk-free possibility and nobody will be pressured or weird. It's just, we are spreading this work across the globe now. So that's there for you, as well as an invitation to New Jersey on Thursday, August 28th for Aspire Tour as our guest, for having been on here. I know it's a plane flight, maybe it will be a little bit challenging for you, but if you want to come, you're more than welcome to. And we're going to do an Actualized Intelligence Day thereafter, all of which, again, thank you for coming to the Heart of Influence. You would be our guests. So with that said, I end every show by saying this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain that the possibilities for acceleration in our lives so often sit right in front of our very eyes. Possibilities for increasing our impact in the world, our team building, duplication, scaling, even our business or individual philanthropic revenues. So often those opportunities sit right in front of our eyes. But we could all use a little unblinding, because of those possibilities sitting right in front of us. At some level, Bella, we are all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Maritza, beautiful job, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.